So when your partner Ailish told you she needed to have double lung transplant, do you remember that conversation clearly, and how did you react in that moment?
It's funny. I remember some things. I remember she had a pamphlet um, to give me that had some information. I also remember I don't think I read it, but I remember my immediate reaction was to just make sure that I made it clear that I was there to support. And Ailish is such a caring person that she always worries about putting people out, and that things that she doesn't have control over are maybe inconveniencing other people. After she had her transplant, she um, told me that she was really upset because she thinks one of her friends had an exam the next day, and she thought that her friend might be a bit more stressed for the exam. So that's just gives you a bit of an insight into what she's like. But yeah, I remember that conversation, and yeah, it's a tough one to have. It's tough for her, and yeah.
And off the back of that conversation, did you go and research anything, or did you sort of just go into a bit of a shell and try and handle it on your own?
I definitely initially went into a bit of a shell. I think everyone has sort of preconceived notions about what a transplant might be, but I think you're probably wrong if you haven't done your research. It's something that you're aware of, but you don't understand how incredible the science is behind it and how advanced the techniques and the people that are doing it are. So I really wish I'd done a little bit more research into finding it out, because although that might be a bit scary, it definitely would have calmed my mind a bit.
Yeah. But like, I guess it's a natural instinct to just, block it out and try, not to deal with it. And that's something I did as a transplant patient initially.
Yeah.
I just thought, well, I don't want to know about it, leave that for another day. And it took me a while before I sort of got on board with the idea.
Yeah, I'd say there was probably 2 months or so where it was something that I was just trying to actively avoid. And eventually it got to the point where I realized I needed to talk to people about this, and I also needed to start preparing myself. Um, and that was a big turnaround for me. And I think that definitely also had an impact on how I was able to support Ailish, and just talk with her when she was worried about things, because I felt like I was coming from a point that was more ready, and able to assist.